All right, welcome everyone. I'm super excited to have you joining me today. My name's Jason Weinberger, and the title of today's webinar is How to Generate Online Real Estate Leads Without Being Tech Savvy, Spending a Fortune, and Wasting Years of Your Life. Now, I know that you're really busy as realtors between showing homes, listing appointments, inspections, negotiating deals, prospecting, networking, open houses, you name it. This is going to be an amazing use of your time, okay? I guarantee to deliver a lot of value, more than you probably expected coming into this today. And in exchange, all I ask of you is that you eliminate all distractions. So put away that smartphone. If you have any browsers open, shut those tabs down. Don't text, don't email, don't Facebook, don't Instagram. Give me your undivided attention for your own benefit, because what I'm about to share with you is incredibly powerful. Now, with that being said, let's dive right in. Now, there are really three secrets that I'm going to talk about in this presentation. Secret number one is how to attract prospects to raise their hand and give you their contact information. Secret number two is how to find prospects already looking to buy or sell and beat a path to your door. And secret number three is how to fast track your results. So I want you to close your eyes and picture this for a minute. You wake up in the morning, you roll out of bed, you check your phone, and the first thing you see is 3 new leads sitting in your inbox. People that signed up on your website while you were sleeping and they're waiting to be followed up with. What would it feel like to not have to worry about door knocking and cold calling and breaking your back climbing that uphill battle to find your next deal, never knowing where your next deal is coming from? Imagine being able to free yourself and not having to work every single weekend sitting at open houses, taking time away from your family and your loved ones. Well, that's exactly what online lead generating enables you to do. Online leads gives you freedom, the freedom to control who you work with, on what terms you work, when you work. Why? Because when you have a ton of leads coming in every single day, like clockwork, now you have full control over your business. Now you dictate how you work and on what terms, instead of being at the mercy of tire kickers, window shoppers, and rude and demanding people that don't respect you or your time. The expression beggars can't be choosers is especially true in real estate. When you don't have enough leads, you're really at the mercy of your marketplace. But when you have a ton of leads, you control your destiny. So that's really what we're talking about here, is freedom. That's what online lead generating provides. So why digital marketing? Why is this the vehicle to freedom? Well, here are a few key advantages of online marketing over other more traditional forms of prospecting. The first one is reach. There are approximately 4.9 billion people online worldwide. So you can literally reach thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people in a very short period of time. Online marketing gives you leverage because your ads are working even when you're not. Your ads are essentially running 24/7 while you're sleeping, while you're out showing homes, negotiating offers, spending time at home with your family, or on vacation. So it's the ultimate leverage because you can only knock on so many doors every day and you can only call so many people every day. But your online ads never sleep. They never take a break. The next benefit is targeting. You're not turning over rocks. With most traditional advertising like cold calling or door knocking, you're turning over rocks, you're throwing Hail Marys, and you're just hoping that you get some yeses. But with online marketing, you can target people actually thinking about making a move. So it's a much more efficient way to run your business. You can funnel people into your world. In other words, you can beat a path to your door for people already looking. You can have people knocking on your door. Think about that. Your money is spent a lot more efficiently because you only pay when somebody clicks on your ad. If you think about a billboard or a flyer campaign, that money's out the door regardless of whether you have any results. You're spending that money and you're just hoping that you get a return on that investment. With online marketing, you pay only when people click, only when they raise their hand and show interest. So you spend a lot more efficiently. It's highly measurable. If you think about it, you can't improve what you can't measure. If you don't know what's working, how do you know when to improve? How do you know when to cut back? With online marketing, the data gives you everything. So you can measure it and make intelligent decisions moving forward. And you can really automate this stuff. So you can systematize your business. And as Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank likes to say, once you systematize, now you can scale and pour gasoline on the fire and really watch it grow. The opportunity and the ceiling is truly endless with online lead generating. So who am I and why am I speaking with you today? Well, my name's Jason Weinberger. I've been a full-time realtor for 12 years. I'm a multiple award-winning top producing agent, and I'm also an online marketing expert. I'm a certified Google Ads partner, and in the past 5 years, I've generated over 4,000 online real estate leads, closing over $375,000 in gross commission income using only a few tried and tested strategies. I've been teaching real estate agents how to generate online leads since 2017. So I'm currently with eXp Realty, and prior to that, I was with Keller Williams for 10 years. When I was with Keller Williams, I was part of the training faculty, and I trained other realtors and associates on digital marketing, open houses, and other various sales strategies. So on the left is me accepting the Gold Award for gross commission income with Keller Williams. In the middle is an article that was written about me. It was actually an interview with Keller Williams. And on the right side is a sales award that I won for top sales performer with Canderel, which is one of the biggest builders in Canada. So here I am teaching online lead generating at 3 separate real estate offices. On the left-hand side, I taught to the luxury division of Royal LePage, Johnston & Daniels in central Toronto. In the middle, I'm teaching at a RE/MAX office out in Bolton. And on the right side, I'm teaching at another RE/MAX office in Vaughan. So the goal of today's webinar is to help you, whether you're a tech-savvy agent and you're comfortable with online tech and tools, or you're a tech newbie. Maybe you're just getting started, dipping your toe in the water. Or you're a brand new agent. You could just be getting into this industry. Maybe you're newly licensed. Or you're an experienced agent and you've been doing this for a while and you're just looking to broaden your horizons. Or you cold call and you door knock and you're just looking for another pillar to run your business. Or you work with a lead provider and you want to learn how this all works and kind of see what's going on the other side. Now, wherever you come from, whatever your experience level, this training is for you. Now, what makes this webinar different? There's a lot of webinars out there. Well, this is real actionable training that you can start using today. Okay, this is not fluff. This is not smoke and mirrors. This is the real deal. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to send you my online lead generating blueprint for free. Now, this is a 23-page PDF on how to generate online real estate leads using Facebook ads, Google Adwords, and email marketing to grow your business while you sleep. So I talk about the different steps, the digital marketing funnel, how to get a Facebook ad up and running, some email marketing examples. You get this for free just by staying until the end of this webinar. Now, isn't that more than worth it? Now, a little bit about me and my story and how I got here. So when I got started in the business, just like anyone else, I just did what everyone else told me to do. I door knocked, I cold called, and it was a grind. The rejection after rejection after rejection, I hated the feeling of bothering people when they were trying to have dinner with their families. I hated getting doors slammed in my face. I hated getting hung up on, and it was demoralizing. It felt like a constant uphill battle, and it was also very inefficient. It was hard to scale. It wasn't that easy to actually make it work. I remember spending 2.5 hours one afternoon, this is about my 4th year in the business, cold calling, and I hadn't booked a single appointment. And I remember coming home that day and just feeling defeated, like feeling completely beat up and demoralized. I just spent almost 3 hours of my day cold calling. I got nowhere. I got no appointments. I didn't even get a single email address. And I remember feeling like, first of all, it was a waste of time. And also, more importantly, I felt like, is this the way the business is going to be for the next 20 years? Is this it? Is this what I'm signing up for? And can I handle these emotions, these feelings of rejection, and sometimes feeling humiliated, frankly, when people would constantly hang up on me and tell me to, you know what? It's like, can I keep doing this? Is this something that I'm willing to keep putting up with? And it was very just time consuming. It was hours upon hours every week, week in, week out. Sometimes I'd have a few appointments. Sometimes I'd land some business. But overall, I just felt like I was pushing a rock uphill. Now, this is a pair of shoes that I wore when I was door knocking. I was door knocking in a townhome complex in Toronto, where I'm from and where I work. And it took me 8 months to get my first listing. Literally 8 months, 3 or 4 times a week. I was walking up and down the concrete stairs and I put holes in the soles of my shoes. That's how much of a grind it was. And I kept this as a reminder of what I never wanted to do again, ever. Now, at the time, I just assumed this was the way the business worked. I thought I'd always have to hunt for my next meal, and it would always be this grind and this uphill battle. And I just bought into the tried and tested old school mentality of prospecting, even though I absolutely hated it. But then I started to see the internet changing everything. This was around 2014 when the internet was really starting to revolutionize every single industry, and I knew that it would have a dramatic impact on real estate. Now, here's a few quick statistics from the National Association of Realtors. 50% of buyers found the home they eventually purchased from the internet. 50%, that's huge. 44% of buyers start their search online looking for homes. And the highest quality of leads comes from social media. 47% of the best quality leads come from social media. Now, these statistics are staggering. I mean, this basically illustrates how critical the internet has become and that it's no longer optional. So I came to the realization that online is the future. I was quietly watching the world completely shift and this massive transformation because of technology and the internet. And I knew that if I didn't adapt, I would soon go extinct. I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't dismiss it. I had to either ride this wave or I'd be underneath it. Now, at the time, one of my colleagues was doing incredibly well with online leads. In fact, he was the top agent in the office. So one day out of the blue, I called him up and I said, hey, do you mind if I take you out for a coffee and pick your brain? I was really curious what he was doing. And I'll never forget, within 5 minutes of sitting down with him to have coffee, his phone goes off. And he turns to me and says, Jay, hang on a second. He makes a call, and within 2 minutes, he booked an appointment. I asked him what just happened, and he said it was an online lead. Somebody just found me online, signed up on my site, and they want to see a property this week. And that was it for me. I was completely blown away. I mean, here I was always having to hunt for my next meal, never knowing where my next deal was coming from. And this guy had leads coming to him. But at the same time, I was skeptical. Would this work for me? I decided to go for it. So I got the name of the contact that he was working with, the lead provider. After a quick call where they asked me what my business goals were and what neighborhoods I wanted to focus on, I decided to give it a shot. So I hired them and I felt like I was off to the races. Leads would start to trickle in and, I was getting some traction. So I was paying monthly for an ad budget and then campaign management. And with that, I had bi-weekly check-in calls from one of the reps I was working with. She would call me to check in to see how things were going and to make any adjustments. The problem that I quickly discovered was that, first of all, it was expensive. It was $500 a month. And the results were all over the map, literally. I mean, I told her I wanted to focus on downtown Toronto. That was my market. That was my farm. And I was getting leads 2 hours away, all four corners of a huge territory. I was spending more time on the road than actually connecting with people. And many of these people were underqualified. They had really low budgets. They really weren't in a position to buy a home. They couldn't afford to buy anything. They couldn't qualify for a mortgage. They had bruised credit. And the quality was just really bad. But at the same time, I saw the potential. I knew that this is the way things were heading. And ultimately, I had to be able to control my destiny. And I realized quickly that if I didn't learn how to do it, I would always be at the mercy of one of these lead providers. They would be controlling my destiny unless I figured out how to do it. Now, at the time, another colleague of mine was having incredible success doing her own online ads. But I thought to myself, I need to be tech savvy. It's too complicated. It's going to be expensive and it's too time consuming. But my curiosity pulled me in, because this was someone that was doing it on her own. She wasn't hiring a lead provider. So I started chatting with her and she recommended I read this book. It was a book called The Ultimate Guide to Google AdWords by a guy named Perry Marshall. I read the book in one weekend and I was completely hooked because I had discovered a new way of doing business, one that didn't require door knocking or cold calling, where I could funnel people into my world. I could essentially have people knocking on my door instead of having to always climb this uphill battle. So I was incredibly excited and I saw a huge opportunity to free myself. So I dove in head first. I created a Google Ads account and I started to really chip away. I started to play around. I started to explore and I created my very first ad. And this is actually a picture of my first ad, what it looked like. It was terrible. I mean, it was so rudimentary and basic, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. So after I wrote that ad, I launched my campaign. I was super excited. And then crickets. Nothing. I got no clicks. I got no leads. Nothing happened. But I kept going. I started to try different things. I started to experiment. I had lots of failures and there was a ton of frustration. I remember feeling defeated, feeling like Can I crack this code? Can I make this work? Do I have what it takes? Do I need to go back to hiring a lead provider and spending $500 or more on crap leads that I can't convert, that have no money, that are not motivated? Or do I have what it takes to actually figure this out? Days turned into weeks. I slowly started to make some progress. Suddenly I started getting some clicks. So now people were actually clicking on my ads. Then I started to get more people clicking on my ads. So there was engagement. People were now responding to my message. They were taking action. Then I started to get even more traction, even more clicks. And then suddenly one morning I woke up to my very first lead sitting in my inbox. Now I can't even tell you how incredibly exciting this moment was for me. This was a major turning point in my career because I knew deep down that if I could do this once, I could do it over and over and over again. All I needed was that first sign of light, that first success. And that's exactly what happened. Within the next 6 to 8 weeks, I started to get 3 to 5 leads per week. About 6 weeks after that, I was getting a lead every day. And by the 6-month period, I was getting 3 to 5 leads every single day, and it was very consistent. And at this point, I had a really fun phone call to make. I called the internet marketing rep I was working with, and I'll never forget. I said to her, "Thank you very much for your help, but I think we're done." And she asked me why, and I told her I started doing my own leads. And her reaction was priceless. She laughed at me. She gave me a condescending good luck and wished me well. And I think that ended up fueling my fire, to be honest with you. So what happened after that is my production started to grow. I started doing a lot more business. All of a sudden, I started showing up on the top 10 list. I got awarded the Gold Gross Commission Income Award. And from that point on, I was just in. I was hooked. I mean, I became obsessed. I started to dive in very aggressively with more books, more teaching, more learning. I bought a book on pay-per-click advertising and then the ultimate guide to Facebook ads. And I just dove in head first. And things really started to snowball from that point on. More leads started to really pour in. I was landing more clients. I was doing more deals. And eventually I got to the point where I had more leads than I could handle. In fact, I set up referral partnerships in different markets. So once I had more leads than I could handle, I brought on referral partnerships. And I had somebody in the downtown pre-construction condo market. I had people in Mississauga, in Vaughan. I had someone in Etobicoke, in all these different neighborhoods that I was referring leads to. And I was taking a passive referral fee. I was basically becoming a referral generator and making passive income. And it was amazing. And from that point on, things really started to grow. I got awarded the Keller Williams Double Gold Gross Commission Income Awards in 2016 and 2017 back to back. I kept investing in my learning. I bought more books. I got better skilled. I really started to sharpen my knowledge and my skill set. And then my business grew even more. I was featured in a Keller Williams magazine. They did an interview on me. I was awarded as a top sales performer for Canderel, a builder in Toronto. And from that point on, my life changed. Now, my biggest passion is to travel. So once I got to this point, I had freedom because now I could travel. I've been all over Europe. I go to Europe twice a year. This shot was taken with my wife in Santorini, Greece. This was in Rhodes, Greece. Here I am driving a BMW convertible through Rhodes in the Greek mountains. That was one of the best things I've ever done. Definitely a bucket list item checked off my list. This is me and Eva in Budapest, Hungary. And this is her and I in Rome, Italy. Oh, and then this is me floating around on a swan at a crazy villa we rented in Saint Martin in the Caribbean. So from this point on, my life had changed and my colleagues started to take notice. They asked me what I was doing and they wanted to learn. So I started doing training in my office. This is a shot taken at my first seminar that I ran in my office on King Street West with Keller Williams. Then the word started to spread. Other agents would hear about it. I would get invited to teach at other offices. So I started teaching at other brokerages. The demand continued to grow. I started building a reputation. I got to a point where I had become a leader in this space and an authority. And agents started to offer to hire me as a consultant. I started getting a ton of offers to help people with their campaigns. I got invited to speak about online lead generating at a top producing panel for Keller Williams. So I've done a lot of things right. After generating online leads for 5 years, I discovered that I don't have to keep hunting for my next deal. I can attract buyers and sellers to raise their hand and give me their contact information instead. I don't have to rely on an expensive lead provider. I could learn how to fish and do this myself. And I could do it consistently in a predictable and systematic way. I had leverage. Now, I've also done a lot of things wrong. I discovered these the hard way, really. I mean, I hired an expensive lead provider and got poor results for a while. I read dozens of books. I mean, the amount of hours that I put into this was painful. I went through a ton of trial and error. I burned a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars that were spent doing things that just didn't work. So I made a lot of mistakes. I essentially failed my way forward, and I spent literally years of my life figuring this out. And eventually I got to the point where I became an expert. Now, I learned how to generate online leads the hard way. Do you want to learn these tried and tested strategies the easy way? I'm assuming the answer is yes. So here's a quick recap of the 3 secrets we're going to cover today. Secret number 1, how to attract prospects to raise their hand and give you their contact information. Secret number 2, how to find prospects already looking to buy or sell and beat a path to your door. And secret number 3, how to fast track your results. So secret number 1, how to attract prospects to raise their hand and give you their contact info. I used to think I had to wait for people to contact me. If I made enough noise, my phone would eventually ring. This is what I like to call hope marketing. It's when you make enough noise that you hope people are going to contact you. You hope people are going to reach out. Hope is not a good way to build your business. In fact, it's probably the worst way to build your business. And I thought that that's the way it worked originally. Until I discovered that you can actually capture people's contact information systematically instead of waiting for them to contact you. You can have them give you their contact information. The person with the contact information wins. That's how you take control of the relationship. So here's an example of the lead capture funnel and how to get someone's contact information. I hope you enjoy this training video. Somebody's scrolling through Facebook on their phone and they see this ad. Stunning custom-built home for sale in Birchcliff Heights. Want to learn more? Just click sign up to get the juicy details. They click on sign up and it's offering to send them the listing with the address. 71 Macintosh Street North. They're going to click next. And now it's going to automatically populate their contact details directly from their Facebook profile. So their email, full name, and phone number. And then they're going to click next again. Now it's going to ask them to review their information just to confirm that it's accurate and then that they agree to the privacy policy. Then they're going to slide on the bottom to submit their contact details. And then it's going to say, thanks, you're all set. You can visit our website or exit the form now. And then if they click on view website on the bottom, it's going to take them right into the listing. So here they can view the photos. They can access all the property details. They can click through to the virtual tour. They can see all the room dimensions. Also things like walk score and mortgage info. So if they click on mortgage info, they can start to run some basic numbers. They can also calculate their land transfer taxes, CMHC costs, and then they can request a tour of the property directly from this form. So now I'm in my agent locator database, and you can see that I've just received my contact details, name, phone number, and email address. That's just come in. So now I'm in my inbox and I've received 2 new emails. The first one is from the agent locator system notifying me that I have a new lead in real time so I can follow up right away. And the second email is a moving GIF and it says, hi Jason, so it'll automatically populate my first name and then my signature will go in at the bottom. And then if I click on this image,
hi, it's Jason Weinberger with FindMeATorontoHome.com. Thank you so much for registering. It's great that you're thinking about buying a home. How exciting. I specialize in working with buyers. That's really my area of expertise. And my goal is to ensure that you receive unusually great service. So I'll be checking in with you from time to time to see how you're finding the listings, to make any adjustments, and to help you along your journey. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to connecting soon enough. Bye for now.
So that video gets sent out automatically, and that lead will continue to receive automated email check-ins and follow-ups to go out over a specific period of time. So that's a bird's eye view of the marketing funnel and how all the pieces connect. So I'm going to walk you through another example of the online marketing funnel, but this time using Google AdWords instead of Facebook, a type of property that we're promoting on the landing page instead of a specific listing, and also using a different contact management system. And what I want to demonstrate here is that you can mix and match different approaches and different tools to ultimately achieve the same result, which is to generate a lead. So the first thing is someone is in Google and they're going to run a search. And there's my ad on the top of Google. Toronto lofts for sale, top 5, find me at torontohome.com, free photos and virtual tours, sign up for daily email alerts on new listings. So that's the offer that I'm making people. They click on the ad and it brings them to the lofts for sale landing page. So they're getting exactly what they want. They typed in lofts for sale in Google, they clicked on the ad, and now they're on the lofts for sale landing page. So the focus of this page is listings. They scroll through the photos, they see something they like, they click on it, and then this is what's called forced registration. So they have to register in order to access the listing. And the message up here is being reinforced. That was in my ad. Get instant access to all properties for sale plus daily email updates. Registration is free and takes less than 20 seconds. So again, there's that consistency in my offer. So they put in their information and then they click sign in. And now it's asking for their name and cell number. And then click register and view all photos. And then this is just asking them to agree to the terms of use, to use the virtual office website features and property listings. Agree. So now they have an account registered and they can access all of the listings and view all the information. So they can browse around, virtual tour, mortgage calculator, walk score. They can request a tour of the property right from here. Now I'll show you what it looks like on the agent side. So now we're inside our agent locator database, and you can see that my info has come in as a new lead. 1 minute ago, contact information. Now I'll show you the email that I receive as the agent, and also the email that the lead would receive welcoming them. So now I'm in my email account and I've received 2 emails. The first one is what you would receive as the agent, notifying you that you have a new lead in the agent locator system. And the second email is what the lead would receive, and it says, welcome to Find Me at Toronto Home. Hi Jason, thanks for registering at findmeattorontohome.com. So you're thinking about buying a property. How exciting. I specialize in working with downtown urban buyers. This is my area of expertise, and my goal is to ensure that you receive unusually great service. I will be staying in touch with you to see how you're finding the listings that are coming through, to make any adjustments, and to help you through the next steps. Hope you're having a great day, and I look forward to assisting you. So again, that email got sent out automatically once they registered, and that lead will continue to get a series of automated emails that have been set up to run for a specific period of time. All right, so those are just 2 examples of how to attract prospects to raise their hand and give you their contact information. Now, moving on to secret number 2, how to find prospects already looking to buy or sell and beat a path to your door. Now, I used to think I'd always have to hunt to find my next deal, and that I'd always have to rely on turning over rocks to find prospects. And basically, I just have to suck it up and grind it out for the rest of my career, another 25 years, in order to make a living. Until I discovered that I could actually find people already looking to buy or sell and beat a path to my door. So this is going to show you how to do that with the incredibly powerful Facebook audience targeting. I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through the targeting. This is probably the most important part of your entire ad campaign because this determines who you're going to show your ads to. So what we need to do is start by narrowing down the location. So the first thing I'm going to do is scroll down to where it says Canada. I'm just going to punch in Toronto because this listing is in the Toronto area. Now I'm going to find the intersection of where the actual listing is. So I'm just going to zoom in. And then I'm going to click drop pin. And I'm going to place this pin where the property is. And this is going to be the center point for our radius. What we need to do now is we need to start to narrow down the interests. So I'm going to go into detailed targeting. And now what we're going to do is we're going to type in interests of people that relate to real estate. So a really good starting point is people that are interested in big real estate search websites. For example, people interested in Zillow. And if you scroll over to the interest, you'll see on the right side, it says that there are 34 million people across Facebook that have expressed interest in Zillow. And then related search websites, people that are interested in realtor.com, people who are interested in Julia, people that are interested in homes.com. And what's really interesting is that if you click on suggestions, based on what we've typed in, Facebook will give you a list of related interests. So now we can start to go through some of these. People interested in house hunting. People interested in property finder. First-time buyer. Mortgage loans. Starter home. First-time buyer grant. Single-family detached homes. Real estate investing. Luxury real estate. Mortgage calculator. Think about it. Who's interested in mortgage calculators? Who else would be using a mortgage calculator? Because not only does that show people are interested in real estate, but it shows that they're proactively interested in real estate. They're taking the time to actually run numbers to calculate their mortgage payments. So this is a very powerful one. And then you have other ones like investor, investment, condominium. Condominium is a no-brainer for this example because we're promoting a condominium. And then there's a whole bunch more: semi-detached, mortgage broker, home equity loan. These suggestions are amazing. Now, how powerful is that? Facebook audience targeting is a game changer because of the data that you have access to. Everyone voluntarily shares if they're interested in real estate, mortgage loans, investments. I mean, these are just a few examples of what's possible and what lies beneath the surface. But this is absolutely game changing for any business owner and particularly for real estate agents. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the most powerful part of Google Ads by far. Make sure you don't blink and really grasp what I'm about to share with you because this is really what gives Google Ads its power. And it's the keyword planner. So to access the keyword planner, you're going to scroll up to the top menu where it says Tools and Settings. And then you're going to click on Keyword Planner on the left side. And then click Try It Now. So here you're going to click Discover New Keywords. So what we're going to do now is we're going to type in some real estate search phrases to see what the monthly traffic is like. In other words, Google is going to tell us how many people on average are searching with these specific keywords to find what they're looking for. So Mississauga homes for sale. And this is going to tell us across Canada how many people on average are searching for this phrase. So we're going to click Get Results. And then if we just extend this a little bit, you can see the first result. It says that on average, between 1,000 and 10,000 people are searching the exact phrase Mississauga homes for sale in Canada. It also tells us that to get to the top of the first page of the Google search results requires a minimum cost per click bid is 45 cents per click, and the maximum is 114. And the most important part, the average monthly searches. Think about that. 1,000 people to 10,000 people are searching for that phrase. And what's really amazing is it gives you suggestions. So we just typed in Mississauga homes for sale, and look what happens. We have keyword ideas. This is just like in the Facebook targeting. Remember I talked to you about how when you click suggestions, it gives you other targeting ideas of people's interests? Well, Google works the same way. So the next search result, which was suggested to us, is houses for sale in Mississauga, which has way more average monthly searches, 10,000 to 100,000 per month. The competition is also medium. And here's what's interesting. It gives us 10 times more average monthly searches, and the actual bid per click is less expensive than Mississauga homes for sale. To get to the top of the first page, it's a minimum of 46 cents, but only a maximum of 96 cents versus the first range, which was 45 cents to $1.14. And we're getting 10 times the average monthly searches. 10,000 to 100,000 is huge. So that's what's really powerful, is not only does Google give you this information, but it gives you suggestions. And then we can check out related searches. Condos for sale in Mississauga gives us 1,000 to 10,000 average monthly searches. Then we have townhouse for sale in Mississauga, another good one, 1,000 to 10,000. Medium competition, 42 cents to $1.07. And you can just scroll down and see how many of them there are here. So there's quite an extensive list. And again, we can just type in different examples. So we can try Mississauga luxury homes for sale. Click on get results. So we have 100 to 1,000, not as many, but keep in mind that these price points are so much bigger and the commissions are so much bigger that we don't necessarily need as many leads. I would argue that one luxury lead is worth 3 or 4 normal leads because people are specifically typing into Google search Mississauga luxury homes for sale. So you know that those leads are just going to be a lot more valuable. So you don't necessarily have to have as many of them to get a great return on your investment. These are for multi-million-dollar homes potentially. So the way you want to think about it is that each one of these key phrases is sort of like its own market. You have the demand, which is the average monthly searches, and then what people are actually bidding. So you want to find key phrases that fit within your target market and what you're actually going after, but also you want to respect these numbers and pay close attention to the average monthly searches. All right, so I hope you guys are blown away. If you're not, you should be. Think about what this means. Think about how powerful these tools are. This takes the guesswork out of it. Instead of turning over rocks, door knocking, and cold calling, just hoping someone's going to say yes, you have control now. You can figure out where is the demand, where is the traffic, who is looking to move, and then reverse engineer your approach and then pull people into your world. So you essentially have people knocking on your door and filling out their information. So those are 2 very powerful ways to find prospects already looking to buy or sell and then beat a path to your door. So secret number 3, how to fast track your results. Now you're probably thinking it would take too long to learn this stuff and make it work for you. After all, you're busy selling homes. I get it. But remember, I took the long road. When I started learning this stuff, there were no online lead generating instructors. I had to learn from marketers across multiple industries. And I spent years of trial and error, burning money, and really failing my way forward. Now, one of my favorite quotes is by Tony Robbins, and he says, if you want to achieve success, all you need to do is find a way to model those who have already succeeded. So really, I've shortcut your learning curve. Now my students get results in weeks instead of years because my experience is your opportunity. So I'd like to share a story from one of my students. This is Naveen Varghese from Keller Williams Realty.
Hey, I'm Naveen Varghese from Keller Williams Referred Urban Realty, and I'm one of Jason's students who signed up in January of 2019, and it's been a great experience. Before this, I had been paying outside marketing companies lots of money. Results weren't always that great, and I didn't know how to do what they were doing, and that really bothered me. I wanted to know how to better get the audience that I want. By taking Jason's course, we've been working through it a bit at a time. We've reached out to him online through the Facebook community, and he's helped us actually kind of tweak and better apply the lessons in the course. And now, the latest campaign we've been running, we've been generating 4 to 5 leads a day consistently, and we're really happy about that. So I cannot wait to keep getting better at this by going through the courses again, and I'm looking forward to the updates and perhaps the Future Proof Agent 2.0 course. So totally vouch for Jason, and if you're looking for a way to up your game with online lead generation, sign up.
So Naveen's awesome. He's really started to pick it up quickly, and 4 to 5 leads a day can add up really fast. Now, this has worked for non-techie agents. It's worked for younger, newer agents. It's worked for older, more experienced agents. It's worked for agents who cold call and door knock, and it's worked for agents who work with a lead provider. It also works for agents who already have a website and a CRM. You don't necessarily have to use my CRM or my website. There's a methodology here that can work for different tools. Here's another success story. Michelle Poirier is another student of mine. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hi there, my name is Michelle Poirier. I'm an agent with Keller Williams Referred Urban Realty in downtown Toronto, and I've been an agent just over 4 years, and I was looking for an efficient way to generate leads for my business, and I had heard about Jason. I actually heard about Jason before he launched the program, Future Proof Agent, from a colleague of mine, and who was telling me about his success with internet leads. I've tried everything. I've tried cold calling, which I really don't think is an efficient use of anyone's time. Door knocking, I know it works, but I struggle with it. It's not easy for me. I really needed something else to do to create some leads during that slow time. I signed up late in the year, maybe November, I can't recall now. I went through the videos, and I got up and running in the middle of December with my first ads. I hadn't actually finished the program. I just wanted to get things up and running. And using the video tutorials, I didn't really have to understand it before I was already up and running with my first ads. I can change my mind at any time. I can change my budget, my marketing focus, my target audience, anything that I want to do, I can change it immediately. I don't have to ask somebody else to do it for me. I don't have to pay someone else to do it for me. I'm in full control of my advertising. Right now, I'm getting roughly two leads per day, almost every day, and I'm starting to book showing appointments, buyer appointments. I'm learning more every day, and it's really nice. Every time my phone goes off with a new lead, it's a great feeling.
So I love Michelle. She's awesome. She's really on her way, 2 leads a day consistently. And after she recorded that video, she actually shared this in our private Facebook community. She said, I've closed 2 deals for my Google AdWords, almost $33K gross commission so far this year. And I'm working with other leads, including 2 buyer/seller leads. I find the sooner you call, the better your chances. So she's doing really well. I'm super proud of her, and she's just getting started. Now here's Ted Neal sharing his experience. He's another student of mine.
Hi, my name is Ted Neal from Keller Williams Referred Urban Realty in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I had a website set up and it was just a place for me to put my listings. And the way I had it set up was not conducive to generating leads. It was more of a website to just show that I was a legitimate real estate agent and this is somebody that you could work with. I've been pumping out content through Facebook, mainly for friends and family, just to remind them of that I was doing this, but I knew that I wanted to connect with a broader audience and that I needed to start advertising on Facebook and what was the proper way to do it. So I wasn't just blowing a whole bunch of money for, throwing it out into cyberspace. So I contacted Jason from Future Proof Agent. I had one conversation with him. I was on the phone with him for like a half hour. He helped tweak that website that I had created, and I didn't have a proper landing page. He just made a few small tweaks so that the call to action was more concise, and when people arrived there, they knew exactly what to do. And up until that point, I had been producing the same sort of content, and I had one person sign up on my website in about a year. And then he made these small little tweaks. I then pumped out the same content I had been doing, and he walked me through signing up a Facebook advertisement and how to, really target what you're looking for. But before that Facebook advertisement had even been approved by Facebook, organically, I had 5 leads within the first hour. And that's people just enjoying the content that I had already been producing. Just my website was improperly set up for me to actually capture leads. So that was of immense value to see the power of this small little tweak. I just had no idea what I was doing. So that half-hour conversation alone paid for quite a lot, to be honest. Then the advertisement got approved by Facebook, and I actually had to call Jason back the next day and ask him how to turn the thing off because I couldn't keep up with the amount of people that were putting their hands up and saying, "Hey, Ted, help me. I want to buy real estate. I'm interested in what you have to offer." So that was a pretty eye-opening experience for me, and I'm pretty excited to see where it goes.
Love that story. Ted's awesome. He's got great energy and he's a natural, but he was used to just working by referral. And one of his big challenges was when the referral well ran dry, what's next? What else could he do? And that's when he discovered my program, and he's been doing really well ever since. Here's another one of my students, Robin Chung. Robin says 2 deals firmed up last week, both from Google Ads that came in the past few weeks. Also make sure you tweak your Google Ads quality score. It has a huge impact on your cost per lead. $3.23 per lead on average the past week. And then he followed up to say, 1 more firm yesterday and 1 more offer submitted yesterday, then meeting new buyer couple tonight. This week's cost per lead is even better, $2.90 per lead, 62 cents per click. Jason, and I did end up signing that new client I met last night from Google Ads a few weeks ago originally, and that offer just got accepted today. So Robin's one of my top students. He's doing incredibly well. He's generating leads every day. He's closing deals. His business has grown dramatically, and you can tell he's pretty fired up about it. And here's a success story from another student of mine. This is Fatima Nadir. Fatima had no digital marketing experience whatsoever. She was not tech savvy at all. And this was shortly after she signed up for my program. Within about 6 weeks, she said, got my first Facebook client. Came in from a rent-to-own ad, connected him with a mortgage broker. Now we're working on looking for a home. Went on our first showing yesterday. So Fatma's doing amazing. She's definitely off to the races with no experience whatsoever coming into my program. Here's David Johans talking about a pretty cool story that happened to him.
So, funny story. I couldn't get my my Google Adwords campaign running, and I couldn't figure out why. I have to say that I still had problems navigating through the menus. Anyways, so they weren't running, so I decided to post the problem online. And, yours truly, that good-looking fella named Jason, responded. And so sending him pictures of all the issues I'm having, different menus, suddenly get them activated. And within seconds, of it being activated, my phone goes off. You could see I'm online. And all of a sudden, I got a lead. Literally 2 seconds after the ad went online. So, as per Jason's advice, always book the appointment. It was something I've been guilty of not doing. So, respecting the advice of Mr. Weinberger, I called her up immediately. Remember, you have only seconds from when a lead comes in to really take advantage of it. Spoke to this lovely girl, and I'm meeting her and her parents tomorrow at noon at the office. And I'm going to sit down and show her what's available on the Toronto market. She's looking for a condo downtown, budget of $500,000. You know, that's pretty sweet. So thank you, Jason Weinberger, for making this happen.
I love Dave. He's a great guy. He's hilarious, and he's generating leads. He's consistently connecting with new prospects, and you can tell he's having fun doing it. So, quick recap. I walked you through how to attract prospects to raise their hand and give you their contact information by showing you the power of a landing page. And when you design your website the right way, you can actually make someone an offer by sending them an item of value in exchange for their contact info. The second secret that we went through was how to find prospects already looking to buy or sell and beat a path to your door. Looking at Facebook, audience targeting, and the keywords tool in Google Adwords, where you see what people are actually searching for. And secret number 3, I showed you how to fast track your results, so it doesn't take months or even years of your life like it did for me. So let me ask you a question. How many of you feel like this right now? I've been going for almost an hour. I know I've thrown a lot at you, but I wanted to make sure you got the core concepts while we had a chance to be here today. Now, over the past hour, would you agree that it's been time well spent so far? I've shown you some really powerful strategies, and I'm hoping that you're really excited and you see the value, you see the power of this stuff. Now, obviously, I can't cover everything you need in a webinar, even if we had all day. I mean, I'm just scratching the surface here. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more to this. Now, I have a special offer that I'd like to present to you where you can really take things to the next level. And if you act fast, I'm going to give you a very special deal that I think you'll love. So the offer I have for you today is the Future Proof Agent online course. The Future Proof Agent online course is an e-learning online training program. It consists of over 60 how-to step-by-step video tutorial lessons. The video training that I showed you in today's webinar were actual training modules from the Future Proof Agent course, so you can see how it works. So it's over 8 hours of video training content. You get unlimited access. There's no set schedule. You simply learn at your own pace. Plus, you get full support through our private Facebook group. I also offer monthly Zoom masterminds and group coaching to my Future Proof Agent student community. We talk about what's working for me, different digital marketing trends. I walk through my specific campaigns that I'm using for that particular month, share my successes, and talk about strategies. We also open it up for Q&As so I can help everyone answer questions and ensure that you're staying on the right track. Now I'm going to take you on an inside tour behind the scenes to show you what the course looks like and what's included. Hi everyone, Jason Weinberger here with Future Proof Agents. I thought I'd take you on a quick tour just to show you under the hood how everything looks and what you can expect in the program. So the program consists of 2 courses. The Future Proof Agent course, which is the main one, online lead generating and converting for real estate professionals. And then I've included a bonus course called Going Paperless with the iPad. And this is all about how to use cutting edge apps to make your real estate business completely paperless. So when you sign up, you get a username and a password, and there's a login portal where you log in to access the content anytime, and you get lifetime access to all of the content and videos. So I'm going to jump into Future Proof Agent now and give you a quick tour. The course is broken up into categories or modules. So you have Introduction, the fundamentals, the landing page, Facebook ads, Google AdWords, email marketing and automation, and course wrap-up. So it's really easy to navigate. It's really well organized. The fundamentals is the bird's eye view. just showing you sort of the top-down principles and concepts, why digital marketing, online lead generating, mythbusters, budgeting, Facebook ads versus Google AdWords. And when you click on each topic, it jumps right into the video. And just like YouTube, you can pause, rewind, fast forward, you can full screen, and just work at your own pace. So it's super easy to use. It's all instructional, step-by-step style. And then under each video, you have a comment section, so you can leave comments. There's ongoing support, and there's a real community that gets built up. When people ask questions, you start to help each other out, and it's a real sort of mastermind that organically develops. And there's also a private Facebook group where I'm available for support anytime, 24/7. So once you're done a particular video, you just hit complete, and that way it's sort of like a bookmark if you're reading a book. It helps you stay on track, and then you can just move on and pick up where you left off. So you have all the videos for that particular topic on the right, so you can just jump through to another video quickly, or you can access the menu from the top up here, so you can go back to categories. So if we jump into Facebook ads, there's quite a bit here. It's very comprehensive. Ads manager, targeting, placements, budgeting, creating a video ad, a photo ad, pre-construction ad, lead gen ad. The videos range anywhere from 8 to 20 minutes. I'd say the average is about 10. And everything is shot in high definition with really high quality sound. So it's really easy to follow along. You can really just chip away at your own pace. It's best if you follow everything in order, but if you get stuck on a particular video, you can always jump ahead to the next one and then come back to it. You're also going to get access to an exclusive members-only Facebook mastermind and support group. So this is where I support my students. I really help you achieve success, because it's not enough for me to just sell you a course. I don't want you to just be off on your own. I want to be able to back you up, support you, and give you the help that you need to succeed. So in the private Facebook support group, you're going to have support, troubleshooting, masterminding with other future-proof agents. So it's a collaborative, fun, and positive environment where fellow future-proof agents help each other out, and you encourage and inspire each other. You see people having success, and you can really leverage off of that energy. Or if you see somebody struggling, you can reach out and help them. And I'm also personally responding to every single support inquiry. I also do monthly live stream Q&As and group coaching in the private Facebook group. So every month I host a Q&A. It's 1 hour where I answer questions and I help people with their individual campaigns. So here's an inside tour of the exclusive Facebook group. So this is the Future Proof Agent Community and Support Group. So this is a closed community. It's for students and alumni only. It's not open to the public. So it's a private group, and it's for helping my students achieve success. People post questions. I welcome new members into the group, and I help people with troubleshooting if they have any challenges, if they hit any roadblocks. People also celebrate wins and successes. So this is Michelle talking about the 2 deals that she closed with Google AdWords, almost $33,000 in gross commission income. And you can find a lot of inspiration here. Sometimes if you get stuck, you see other people having good results, and you can feed off that positivity. And the great thing is I'm here managing it and supporting everyone. But what happens is students start to help other students. So some of my students that have more experience will start to answer questions and help some of the newer students get up and running. So it's a real positive, collaborative environment where everyone's sharing and supporting each other. So this is also where I run the monthly live streams. So I do a live stream every month. Basically, it's an open Q&A talking about anything related to online lead generating. And I just take random questions from my students and answer them. So this was one that I did in May. This was the actual live stream here, and then I posted the replay. So every time I do it, it's best if you're there live, but if you miss it, the replays are available as well, so you can watch at your own convenience. So basically, it's an hour long, and I just take questions. I talk about things that I can help my students with.
Get to a point where you have so many leads coming in to your world that you can pick and choose who's motivated. And when it really gets fun, it's not just picking and choosing who's motivated and who has to move, but who do you want to work with?
Wouldn't that be nice? And it's very possible. So This is basically an ongoing Q&A session, live streaming, group coaching essentially, where you can watch anywhere, whether you're at home or at your office. And if you miss it, again, I post the replays, so you'll always be able to watch them later. So if you get stuck, post a screenshot. That's what is very helpful. This is very visual. So this is Fatima. She was asking me about if I can look at her data and kind of give her some feedback on how well she's doing. So I looked at her Facebook ad performance, her metrics, and I gave her some feedback, and I told her she's doing really well. She actually had no prior digital marketing experience, and she got going really quickly. So it's a great community. It's super helpful. And this is a big part of what I'm offering is the support, because I don't want to just throw you into a course where you have to figure it all out on your own and there's no help. I'm here to really back you up and assist as much as I can. So there you go. That's a behind the scenes tour of the private Facebook Future Proof Agent support group. Now, if you pay someone to generate leads for you, with this program, you can essentially free yourself. Imagine being able to control your own destiny. You can get rid of your expensive lead provider or your marketing company and really just take control of your advertising dollars. You can learn how to fish. That's what this is all about. Here's a Google review from another student of mine, Frank Perna with Remax. And he says, Future Proof Agent gives you a step-by-step approach to learn and implement the amazing power of online marketing and lead capture. No need to pay marketing companies thousands of dollars. Just watch the tutorials and learn how to do it all yourself. Also, fantastic customer service from Jason and the team at Future Proof Agent. So Frank is also doing very well. He's taking to it. I know that he was doing a lot of pre-construction and he had some great success with it. Here's another review from another student of mine. This is John Carr with Royal LePage. And John says, finding a knowledgeable instructor familiar with the idiosyncrasies of our business is a major task. Personally, I've invested in several Facebook courses for real estate. While some of them were useful, none of them offered a soup to nuts solution to what I needed. That's until I ran across Jason Weinberger's course. Jason knows his subject and is able to present it in a simple to understand form. I have no hesitation in recommending this course to any realtor wanting to build a steady pipeline of good leads and prospects. John's actually an older gentleman, but he's adjusted pretty well. He's chipping away. He's reached out to me a few times through the Facebook support group, and I've helped him. And he's definitely on his way. Now, you basically have two options at this point. Option number one is that you can go at it alone and spend tens of thousands of dollars figuring this stuff out, getting frustrated, and wasting 3 to 10 years of your life like I did. I mean, guys, I went through trial and error for years, spending money in the wrong places. It was an uphill battle, grinding it out, figuring this stuff out on my own, and it was painful. I would not wish that on anyone. Or option number two, which is you learn the proven system from someone who has not just done it, but actually mastered it. I've shared the success of my students. My experience is your opportunity. I've shortcut the learning curve to make it easier and faster for you guys to get up and running quickly. And that's what this is all about. So if this sounds like you and you want to start generating more leads, then let's talk. Because over the next 5 days, I've set aside some time to talk to you and see if I can help. We'll talk for roughly 45 minutes on a free phone call, and I'll map out an exact action plan for you to follow so that you can start generating online leads immediately. Now, this call will probably be the most valuable 45 minutes you spend working on your business this year. If you're tech savvy, if you're a tech newbie, if you're a new agent, if you're an experienced agent, if you cold call or door knock, or if you work with a lead provider, this phone call will definitely be of value. So if you want to take advantage of this opportunity and speak with me directly on a free 45-minute phone call, then click the button below that says apply now, or go to futureproofagent.com/apply. Now guys, I can't speak with everyone. I have a really busy schedule, but I've carved aside some time over the next 5 days. Now I can only accommodate around 14 calls, so you'll need to apply now to secure your spot. I can't accommodate everyone. And frankly, I only have the time to work with people that are serious about growing their business. If you're not committed to growing your business, unfortunately, I'm not the guy for you. But if you're serious and you're ready to grow your business and start generating online leads this year, then click the button below that says apply now, or go to futureproofagent.com/apply. Don't procrastinate, don't delay, don't do it tonight, don't do it tomorrow, don't do it next week. Do it now. I can only accommodate so many people and my schedule fills up very quickly. So secure your spot, book your free 45-minute phone call with me, and let's get you on the path to growing your business and making 2022 your best year yet. Thanks very much. I hope you got a ton of value out of today's webinar, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. So go to futureproofagent.com/apply or click the button below that says apply now. Thanks again, and I hope to chat with you soon.